Once we're all set, we walk out of crew quarters here and had a chance to wave to so many of the folks that had gotten Atlantis ready to fly. We head straight out to the pad and right up to the 195-foot level on the pad to start strapping into Atlantis. We kind of go in order, in seat order. This is me strapping in on the left side. This is about 3 hours before launch. Here's Dex strapping in on the right side. We go in first, and then on the flight deck, you can see Leland back there is all strapped in, and they're getting ready to put Rex in his seat. You can see the pad folks, the suit techs, and astronaut support personnel work really hard to get us in our seats. This is down on the mid-deck now. You can see Leo getting in, and then there's Hans going over on the MS-3 spot over closest to the hatch. Once he's in, Stan goes in, and Stan's going in at the same time as Leland and Rex on the flight deck. Just a few minutes before launch here, we're ready to go. We're excited. We heard that the weather's good, and I'll just let you listen to the launch here for a few
safety systems armed. Sound suppression system water activated. 10, 9, 8. Go for main engine start. 7, 6. Main engine ignition. 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis as Columbus sets sail on a voyage of science to the space station.
Houston now controlling.
Roger, roll, Atlantis.
Columbus weighs anchor from its port in Florida. Atlantis on the proper alignment, heads down, wings level for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit, taking aim on the International Space Station for docking on Saturday. 28 seconds into the flight. The 3 liquid fuel main engines soon will throttle back to 72% of rated performance, going in the bucket, reducing the stress on the shuttle as it breaks through the sound barrier. Atlantis 3 miles in altitude, 7 miles downrange. 50 seconds into the flight. The engine's beginning to throttle back up, standing by for that call from Capcom Jim Dutton.
Atlantis, go at throttle up.
Atlantis copies, go at throttle up.
The throttle up call acknowledged by Commander Steve Frick, joined on the flight deck by pilot Alan Poindexter, Rex Walheim, and Leland Melvin. Seated down on the middeck are Stan Love and Hans Schlegel and Leopold Aarts of the European Space Agency. Aarts hitching a ride to his new home on the International Space Station. 1 minute, 30 seconds into the flight. Atlantis already 15 miles in altitude, 16 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, traveling 2,000 miles an hour. Three good main engines, 3 good fuel cells, 3 auxiliary power units, all functioning normally. Standing by for solid rocket booster separation. Booster officer confirms a good solid rocket booster separation, good staging.
A minute or so later, we're up to about 10,000 miles an hour. We roll heads up, and you have a view of the Atlantic there in the background as we go up the east coast of the United States. 8.5 minutes, and we've gotten to the speed we need. We shut down the engines and jettison the external tank. You'll see it come off here in just a second, and the reaction control jets on the orbiter push us away and get us safely clear. We do a small burn and push out in front so we can get some pictures of it. The glow you see is actually just the plasma around the orbiter, since we're going 17,000 miles an hour, and we're still in just a little bit of the atmosphere here as we climb away. Right as soon as the engines shut down, both Leland and on the flight deck and Hans on the mid-deck start unstrapping to be able to take video and still pictures of the orbiter. And there's some video Leland shot. At the same time, Hans was shooting high-resolution still images. That's the last propellant venting out of the external tank as it heads for the Indian Ocean.